3, 2, 1. Hello, aliens! I am WEZSYM, that's WEZSYM, and I'm here today to talk to you about my upcoming EP, Breaking the Bar, that is being released on March 31st, 2022. What have I learned about this project? Abandoning perfectionism, spending a lot of time alone, and whatever comes, comes, whatever goes, goes, whatever will, and whatever won't. I never intended for this to be an EP. I actually have created single art for each individual track, and I did this because I just didn't want to put any pressure on myself to create a body of work to present as an EP or an album. And then it just continued to evolve, and now it's really changed my process as a composer. Composing is a really unique set of chaos. There are dreams that I have where I'm singing and I wake up and I reach for my phone memos. I have lyrics scribbled in little notebooks and all over the place. Sometimes a song starts in a text thread with someone that starts to become poetic. Sometimes the song comes to me in full, and other times I just hit record and try to capture something. And this process of all of this music channeling through me, I now have a gigantic spreadsheet. And so it starts off as just all singles again, so that I'm alleviating the pressure of trying to make an album. And then I just start clustering these singles together based upon what makes sense. So this EP is really just how I've been coping and what I've been doing for the last 8 months, and just sort of helping me move. I really needed these songs to be born into the world, to have something to dance and cry to. And then in regards to music that's upcoming, I have another EP that's just a bunch of different collaborations, which is so exciting. I'm working with 3 different producers and composers that I just love and respect. And I also have an album that's also up and coming, that's a light language and lullaby, whole selection of spiritual music. I've been a sound alchemist since 2014, and obviously the world is very different now, and so I'm not facilitating a lot of these sound sessions in person, and I really wanted to create this safe space to be able to share this on the interwebs. So yeah, and again, that's just that same process of not putting any amount of pressure or force on a song to be anything other than just what came through and what exists. And then this goes into this, again, just massive spreadsheet. That's all the repertoire that I have in all stages, with tons of columns of links of lyrics and, check marks and notes and all of it. So yeah. In regards to the EP itself, Breaking the Bar. Whew! Okay, so Talk By Now and Tommy I Know are songs dedicated to my brother. It's been a really brutal, beautiful year. I've learned so much about myself, and I needed both of these songs to process everything that's going on in my world. The songs Accountability and Pause, What a Pleasure. I've been studying with the Kabbalah Center for over a year now, and I've done a massive amount of reprogramming and rewriting of my reactive behaviors, and I've studied so much, and I've enjoyed really quite a soul level liberation through Tikkun therapy sessions, and there's just a lot going on. So those 2 songs are really fun to listen to because it's me being my own producer, which is crazy, and creating all these really, let's call it new age noise. So just really electronic and feel and super fun, and yet the lyrics are really woke and what I want to share and what I want to say. Accountability is really to hold myself in that space, and then Pause, What a Pleasure is just to literally stop in the moment and appreciate existence in general, despite what stimuli are bringing out and exposing within us. And I want to write something. This track was super different. This was one of the tracks where I just hit record. I didn't have the lyrics even written out. It wasn't fully constructed. I didn't even know if it was going to be a song or just one of those weird moments that just exists. And I didn't end up re-recording the vocals because I just really love the vulnerability of it. It sounds like a whispered prayer, just this really intimate moment where I'm just setting that intention of I want my music to be played in places I've never been, and I want to be someone that believes in me. This song is very powerful, and it's powerful in a way where, as a professional singer, you know, it's not powerful in the, wow, look at what I can do. It's not loud. It's powerful in the way that it draws the listener in and holds that very intimate space, these are my inmost desires. I would say, in regards to abandoning perfectionism, which is a big one, Scorpio, it's been incredibly challenging to be my own band. As a singer, it is my job to be the narrator, to be the caricature of the song and the character that portrays the message with my facial expressions and my performance nuances and all of these things. And it has been such an immense challenge to perform over tracks that I've created myself, because I tend to start immediately critically listening. Oh, does this hit enough? Oh, should I switch up the drums here? Oh, like, and it's been so interesting to compartmentalize and just accept things as they are and to let it go. Talk By Now, for example, I re-recorded those vocals, I don't even know, 50 times over the course of 4 months. That was the first song that I created for this EP, and there's just so much emotion behind what I'm talking about in that song that I couldn't get the clean, perfect take that I wanted, and it actually feels really good to let it be as it is. The funny story of why it's called Breaking the Bar. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the vlog to hear the funny story. For I Want to Write Something, I shot this really tantric, slow motion yoga video with red light and just really sexy, very sensual, very sensual. And for this, I was dancing on my friend's bar, and I broke it, like big break, like the entire bar top came crashing down and I caught it with my spine, which really hurt. But my roommates like came rushing down the stairs, and of course I actually caught that footage on camera, and no, it's not in the music video, and that crash will live on infamously and will be used for sound samples. I actually posted that little clip on Spooky Brunch, the podcast I do with one of my roomies, and yeah, it is called Breaking the Bar because I quite literally broke a bar with my body. And I feel like that title and that story really encompasses the entire process of me in my extremely amateur, classical, musically trained self trying to understand how to be a producer. I'm really grateful that my roomie is a professional audio engineer, because then I get to have a lot of opinions, and yet I really did do this on my own. I have a gigantic textbook right now on my desk called The Art of Mixing. And I'm figuring it out, and Breaking the Bar in a lot of ways, other than the physical, is also me emotionally breaking through this feeling of being a solo independent artist and what that means. And also just an actually very spiritual concept of breaking my illusions of trying to control any of the process, and just allowing myself to open up and be that vessel for these songs to come through. And really, channeling is about getting out of your own way. So that is the upcoming EP. yeah, enjoy.